Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today I've never been more freaking conflicted in my life. So, I put the freaking 4080 back in. We got some shows coming up and I really want to be able to utilize Nvidia broadcast so that I can, because we're going to be doing the Summer Game Fest. We're going to be doing the Xbox showcase here in just a couple of days. Tomorrow is one of them, then a couple more days we got the next one, and I want to be able to utilize Nvidia broadcast. It's just better. Like I can take out my background, I can sit there with you guys, we can do the shows. I've literally never been this freaking conflicted in my life. I have access to the 7900 XT. I have access to a 4080 Super. Technically, I don't even know why I should. Seriously, man. And the reason why I'm talking about it, I was at Walmart today, and I ran into, and I'm sitting there. My wife. We're getting that. I posted the video over on Mr. and Mrs. Frog's product reviews about us, putting together this little futon. We're going to be getting a new living room set soon, so we took the other one out, and then we just went and bought this little futon thing to get us through until we go and pick all of that up and get it all set up and everything like that. But the thing is, my friends, is I was sitting there at Walmart and I'm over there looking, I'm kind of looking for a mount for my other monitor so I can put it on the the sim racing setup and stuff, and there's this older guy there, like a gamer, and he's sitting there and he's looking at this iBuyPower pre-built PC and stuff, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him, and this guy, and this is what PC gaming and this is what gaming is all about. It's this guy, he's yeah, I don't really know how to put them together and stuff like that, but because the whole conversation started is because you have to scan the little tag or whatever to see what's actually in the PC or whatever. And this guy, he's just sitting there, none of the Walmart people can help him or really answer any type of questions or anything. And so I scan the QR code and I'm looking at it and I'm all right, guy, this one here's got an i5 in it, 13600 KF in it. It's got a 4060, 8 gigabyte 4060, and he's looking at this, he points to the Samsung monitor and he's yeah, that's the monitor I got at home and stuff. And this monitor's a Samsung curved screen, 75 hertz, and I'm looking at that PC, 1080p, 1080p monitor and stuff, and I'm looking at it, I'm looking at that PC and I'm man, if that's the monitor you got at home, that PC is absolutely gonna freaking destroy that. You know what I mean? And then I look over and there's a 1080p LG monitor sitting there, 165 hertz. And I'm that freaking monitor right there, that LG, you buy that PC, that LG monitor, you're gonna freaking be excited. This thing is absolutely gonna destroy that. You're gonna have access to frame generation. And I asked him, I was well, what kind of games do you want to play? And he's I want to play the newer games and stuff like that. And I'm honestly, my friend, this PC's $11.99. It's an iBuyPower. It looked like it was in a pretty decent case, stuff like that. And I told him, I was you know what, man, you're probably not gonna go wrong with that PC. If you get that monitor right there, you would absolutely be happy. And the monitor you already have, you would 100% be able to eat that thing alive with that 4060. And I know, guys, I know a 4060, and I'm when somebody just wants to enjoy games, a 4060 8 gig, clearly better than a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X. Definitely will give him more freedom to be able to do what he wants to do. And that got me thinking, man. I'm sitting there, I'm yeah, dude, Nvidia, you'll have frame generation, you'll have DLSS, you'll have, and I just started going off on all of the stuff, that Nvidia has and what you can do with Nvidia and stuff like that. And I'm my gosh, dude, you know what? And that's why I come back to this thing, like I've never been more conflicted in my life, because here I am, you know, I love Nvidia and I think it's freaking awesome. I love the features. You know, I do push back when the fanboys come all the time. It's been that way, you know, since I started this channel. The fanboys will come and they'll start talking bad about something that I like, so then I'll be like, yeah, whatever, you know, and I'll just kind of go back at them, you know. Usually it's just in fun. I'm just having some fun, guys, but the truth is like, yeah, dude, I've always liked Nvidia. I just don't really care. And see, I don't even know if it's really scummy practices. Obviously, they sell a damn good product that people want to buy. And they're just like, well, shoot, we think it's worth this much. And people pay it. And they complain the whole freaking way. I mean, I complain. I literally just spent $1,200 on a 4080 Super. And I'm like, I've literally never been this conflicted in my life when it comes to video games. I absolutely, and this is the honest truth, my friends, honest truth. I love the way AMD's Adrenaline software, all of that stuff is set up. I love it. I love the overall image quality. I still kind of do think that you get a little bit better overall image quality from the AMD cards. And I mean, like, obviously a lot of people, you know, either they're lying or they just really don't see the difference that I see. I mean, and that's not bad or anything. Like, I don't blame anybody for that, but I really don't like being called crazy and stuff like that, or like that I'm a shill or anything like that. I mean, the truth is I could literally live with either one of these GPUs, but at the same time, I don't want to have to choose. Like, I really don't want to have to choose. And I love the freaking, I absolutely love broadcast. Having these GPUs again and being able to utilize that and just, you know, like doing live streams and having fun with that, my friends. I really like that stuff, and it really freaking makes a difference. And I love having that. I love having that as part of my, as like being a creator. I love that. And then on the other hand, man, I absolutely freaking love AMD. Here's the thing, like when I'm trying to use like Relive software on the Nvidia stuff to like record my footage and stuff, I don't really like the quality that comes out of that as much as I do the AMD side. I love, you know, just being able to jump in there and record my videos on the Adrenaline software. I love it. I think it's incredible, and I feel like the video quality comes out better. And that's just things that I wish that Nvidia would fix, and then there's things that I wish AMD would fix. Honestly, guys, the perfect GPU would be like an AMD freaking Nvidia like mix, you know? Bring all the features of Nvidia to an AMD freaking card, and like, oh my gosh, that would just be incredible to be able to have both and not have to choose and just see. But then there would be no more competition, man. Then we would literally just be paying for the absolute best. We would get the best of both worlds, and they would charge the crap out of that. I mean, they would absolutely go out of their way to nickel and dime us like nobody's business, and that sucks, man. That absolutely sucks. So at the end of the day, we really do need competition. We need AMD to really step up their game when it comes to like the ray tracing and all the other features, you know, like or just the broadcast features and stuff like that. We absolutely need AMD to step it up. But then at the same time, we absolutely need Nvidia to have a better overall operating system, like a better user experience. And that's pretty much my main complaint, is it needs to be easier for people to get in and set up the Nvidia GPUs. And there should be nothing, I mean, like now that they've got all the AI and everything, they should be able to figure that out. I get a little tired of the whole fanboy thing, and it sucks, man, because I know there's people out there that are passionate about AMD, and then I know there's people that are passionate about Nvidia, and man, like, it sucks, dude. I feel so torn all the time because I love both, and I want to be, you know, I want to be right there with the Nvidia guys being like, yeah, these features are awesome, and I want to be right there with the AMD guys being like, yeah, you guys, this is awesome, and it sucks, man. Like, I hate having to feel torn from other people in the community. Like, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I hate that if I put in the Nvidia card, then that I'm going to make the AMD guys mad. I hate when I put in the AMD card because then the Nvidia guys get mad. Like, I really hate that. I hated that with the Xbox and the PlayStation, man. I'd want to cover like the PlayStation games, and then, you know, I mean, the Xbox guys were never like super bad about it, but the PlayStation guys, man, and the Nvidia guys, you guys can be so freaking overbearing that it literally just it just gets annoying to the point where I'm just like, I don't care, you know, I don't care. I'm gonna look for reasons to be mad about Nvidia, or I'm gonna, and that sucks, dude, because that's like a stupid freaking, that's really dumb. Yeah, so right now I've got the Nvidia card back in here. I was gonna do a whole bunch of testing with the AMD card, but we've got a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of live streaming, a lot of shows coming up, you know, throughout the rest of, you know, like June or whatever. So I mean, that sucks, but yeah, Nvidia is kind of my choice for that. Obviously, if I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming, that's my choice. It is starting to be summer too, so I absolutely love the broadcast software, because now I can run my air conditioner and I can use the Nvidia broadcast to be able to, you know, get rid of the freaking the AI, like to get rid of the background sound and make it better. Like, I absolutely love that, and with it getting as hot as it does here sometimes, I absolutely need that. So yeah, man, it might be a little while before the AMD card goes back in there, guys. Like, it might be a little while. Now I know that I should probably, you know, try the AMD stuff again here pretty soon, you know, at least with like the noise suppression and stuff like that. But man, there's just some things that Nvidia does significantly better, and then there's some things that the AMD does that I absolutely love. The user experience is one thing. Like, the user experience, I mean, as long as I'm not like running out of VRAM and all of that kind of stuff, I'll still be able to play my games on the Nvidia GPU. This 4080 Super is pretty potent. It does a pretty dang good job at 4K, you know. I mean, like I said in that last video, this card literally convinced me to put my LG C2 OLED on my desk so that I could play in 4K, man. Like, that's how good the 4080 Super is. It is absolutely incredible. And yes, I absolutely love my 7900 XT. That is my first freaking AMD card. I honestly to this day don't think that AMD gets enough recognition, and it sucks, because I don't want to just be another one of those dudes that are like, yeah, Nvidia is the best, and like completely like write off AMD and just complain about the prices and all of that stuff. Like, that's not me. I absolutely like AMD. I think it is incredible. I think that if you had one or the other, I think you would genuinely be happy either way. But then again, man, FOMO gets all of us. Like, FOMO gets all of us, like, all the time. Like, it's one of those things where, like, hey man, you might just have to bounce back and forth between the two to really find out which one works for you the best. I like them both, and that's what I do. That's why I won't sell my 7900 XT or my 4080 Super. I'll just keep, you know, both of them, and when I feel like I'm in an AMD mood, I'll have the AMD card in there. When I feel like I'm in an Nvidia mood, I'll have the Nvidia card in there. I like them both, man. I like them both, and I don't want to be negative toward either one of them. I don't want to be negative towards the Nvidia side. I don't want to be negative towards the AMD side, because I think they're both freaking awesome, and I think they both have the ability and the capabilities to impress and delight and entertain gamers all around the world. Like, I think that both of these companies are awesome, and I think they're both leading the way, you know, for new technologies, for new AI, for new things that we're gonna be able to utilize, you know, in the future. That these are awesome, man. Like, I think my biggest thing is I kick myself a lot for not getting in the PC space a lot sooner. And like I said, guys, most of my content up till now has literally been a consumer's experience. I've never once tried to say that I'm like that I'm like some sort of PC freaking elitist know-it-all. Like, no, dude, I'm a consumer just like everybody else, and that's the way I've been covering it. I like both of these brands. I think they're awesome. Eventually, I'll, you know, when Battle Mage comes out, I will grab an Intel card and I'll check that out too, man. But until then, guys, like, I just want to have a good gaming experience. Like, I don't really care who is better or which one you guys think is better, but I kind of always feel, I don't know, I've always been this way. I've always stood up for the underdog. I've always stood up for the underdog. And, you know, when I can play something, like when I can buy a product like the 7900 XT and fully enjoy that experience and just be like, yeah, this is awesome, I do kind of get a little bit irritated when I just hear constant negativity towards that. I'm like, dude, you guys, like, why be so negative, man? Like, yeah, Nvidia makes good products, but AMD is no slouch. They make good shit, bro. It's good, it's entertaining, and it's cheap, and it usually comes with, you know, more VRAM and all of this other stuff that's actually gonna last you and lead to that longevity. So yeah, guys, this is the most conflicted I've ever freaking been, and this sucks. And I know I'm gonna have to hear it from the AMD guys, and I'm gonna have to hear it from the Nvidia bros. Well, yeah, I see, we told you, man, Nvidia's the blah blah blah. Look, man, they're both good. They're both good. I like I said, man, I wish Nvidia and AMD would come together and just make the greatest GPU ever made. I do. I absolutely do. And whatever Intel can convert, I wish they would all come together and bring their best features, cram them all in there, and give us some power. And then, yeah, dude, and it could be like a, what do they call them? Like a special edition type thing. Every 10 years they should come out with one of those with all the best features of everything and just kind of cram them together. And dude, that'd be so freaking awesome. I know they would charge us an arm and a leg, but dude, I would potentially pay for that. That's one product I would absolutely buy. So, alright my friends, if you guys like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. We'll be live streaming tomorrow. I'm leaving work early. We're going to do the Summer Games Fest, and we're going to be disappointed like we always are. But at least we're going to have fun, and at least we're going to be together. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's do this, man. We'll see you guys later.